Hey friends, I am Mr. Bim Bim. Bim times 2. Bim Bim! Welcome to another episode of Civic Education. Remember, in our previous class, we learned about rules and regulations. That is, the do's and don'ts of good social behavior. So, in today's lesson, we will be learning more about what happens when we obey rules and what happens when we do not obey rules. What does it mean to obey rules and regulations? It means we are doing what is right in every given time and place. What about when we do not obey? It means we are not doing what is right, which is disobeying the rules and regulations. Did you notice the word disobedient? Dis is used sometimes to show the opposite of something. For instance, when we do not agree with something, we disagree. Another word that has dis in it is disinfectant. D-I-S-I, disinfectant. It is something that is used to kill germs. We can put it in our water before we have a bath, and also in the water used to clean the house or wash our clothes. We never ever add a disinfectant to anything we eat. As we saw in the last class, when we obey the rules, we are happier. For example, when we seek permission before leaving the house, our parents are able to track us and ensure our safety. In the same way, if we do not, our parents will be very sad and we will also be at risk. Also, when we follow the crossing rules by looking left, right, and then left, we are protecting ourselves from being hit by a car. How about when we seek permission before using what belongs to another person? It shows our respect for the other person and also shows respect for ourselves. If we take what belongs to another person without seeking their permission, it can make the person very unhappy. What about when we fight? Oh, we can get into really big trouble. First, the person we fight with can hurt us really badly. Or we might be the one that hurts the other person really badly. Either way, we will all end up unhappy and hurt. When we fight in school, the teacher or school director might have to punish us or send us home. Our parents will also be very sad and might also have to punish us again at home. What about when we litter the environment? We make our surroundings dirty, and this can make us and those around us very sick. Over time, this can affect the whole world. If we are caught throwing things on the floor, we will also get into trouble with the school. Children, you see, everything we do affects not just us, but everybody. This is why it is important for us to follow the rules. You know, when we follow the rules, we might not always get rewarded, but it does not mean we should stop. We must continue to do what is right, even when no one is watching. In some cases, we might get rewarded. Let me tell you a story about a Nigerian woman, Charity Bassey, who found money at the airport and returned it. It was a lot of money and she could have taken it, but she didn't. Instead, she obeyed the rules by returning it. Today, she has received so many awards for that noble act, and she is a great role model. Whenever rules and regulations are disobeyed, the result is usually bad for everyone. Friends, it is very important to know that we can say no or ask questions, especially when you feel things are not right, or when asked to do things we cannot. But remember to always ask in a polite and respectful manner. It is important to know that for every disobedient act you do, it affects the other person. Obedience should be practiced at all times. It should be practiced at school, at home, and everywhere we go. Obedient children are great leaders and are trusted. Now that we know the reward and result of disobeying rules and regulations, it's time to take a quick quiz. Question 1. What are the benefits of obeying rules and regulations? Yeah, right! It makes us safe and happy, and it also shows we are respectful of ourselves and others. Question 2. What happens when we disobey the rules and regulations? It can make everyone around us very sad, and it can also put us in trouble. Just like when we fight in school, we hurt ourselves and the other person as well. We also get into big trouble because we can get punished. Now, it's time for our memory tag.
I should follow the rules, you should follow the rules. We should follow the rules by doing as we are told. I can cross the road when I follow the rules. I can listen to the teacher when I follow the rules. I can be of good behavior when I follow the rules. The rules are good for me and they are good for you. I should follow the rules, you should follow the rules. We should follow the rules by doing as we are told.
Wonderful! Let's look at some of the vocabulary terms we've learned today and their meaning. Obedience, the act of following rules and regulations, instructions and guidance. When you practice obedience, you are being obedient. For example, obedient children do what their parents tell them to do. Consequence, the result of an action. For example, the consequence of fighting in school is you will be sent home. Punishment, the consequence of doing something wrong. Punishment hurts and it's not nice. For example, the punishment for speaking while the teacher is teaching could be to face the wall. Okay, children, now we have come to the end of today's lesson. I hope you learned a lot. Just like Mrs. Charity Bassey, who did the right thing by returning what does not belong to her, it is important to always follow rules and regulations at all times. Until we meet next time, stay safe and be good children. Bye-bye.